pseudo labels to improve the semantics. For example, some kind of voting from clip across different images. And like, did you try that?
Like, to be honest, I think most of the improvement will come from actually merging LiDAR with images. Like, this is fully on LiDAR, right? So the images are only used at train time, and at test time, you only have LiDAR. So of course, this is, I mean, it's harder to predict the semantics based only on geometry, right? And you cannot predict, for example, pedestrian crossings, things like this. So once we pair it with image data, I think the semantics will become much better. So this would, I think, be the obvious next step to improve.
Would that be like a multimodal kind of?
Exactly.
Thank you for the talk. So I'm wondering, because in the real world LiDAR sensor, we also have a bunch of LiDAR noises, like the water splash, the dust point, even the mirror point. You know, if we just projecting it to the image space, it may have some project the wrong pixel and have the wrong semantic meaning.
Mm-hmm.
So it may cause a lot of problems to the pseudo label generation. Do you have any source of it?
Yeah, we do have that kind of problems, right? So what we observed is that basically all these problems can be found on the pseudo labels, right? So the pseudo labels are noisy, but as soon as you train a model on top, it basically learns to filter out the irrelevant noise, right? So this is the comparison that I showed, basically like from 48 PQ, we went all the way to 70 PQ. And this was simply comparing pseudo labels with the model. So I think much of the noise is actually absorbed.
Okay, so if you're trying to scale out the whole data set, do you think it's more benefit to just run the train model to use that to refine the pseudo label again and then train the second time? Will that kind of iterative training be helpful?
Yeah, I mean, more towards finding new objects than anything else, right? So, for example, we don't need to train with more cars. Like for cars, it works, right? But once we, go for thinner structures or bicycles or even rarer objects, it would be nice to be able to know which sequences have those objects and then auto-label probably with the actual model and then repeat the process. But the actual curation of the data set will be done with the 2D foundation model. It makes no sense to do it in the LiDAR space.
Thank you.
All right. There are no more questions. Let's thank the speaker again.